morning. Just doing a quick market review video of yesterday. Was May 10th, and what I was watching is I was watching the pound. There was some news coming up on the pound and the US dollar. Let me grab that to show you. Alright, so here's the 10th, and there's some 7:30 news coming up at, into the US session, trade balance, unemployment, and so high priority news, high impact news was coming up, and the pound was at the highs of the day, and the average daily range was just right in this band. So I'm like, this has got to chop. So what I did is I sold it, and I did a pretty good job just off feel. I watched it and I watched it and I watched it, and based on the feel and the flow of the candles, I used Sniper and I popped a sell right in here. Let me zoom in now that you see kind of the overall day, right? Let's zoom in a little here. And so I sold it right a couple pips from the top. It pulled back, opened the next candle, pulled up a little bit higher, and then plunged to this cluster area. And so I was watching these pivots, clusters, all these different support resistance levels, and peeled off 7, 8, and then I kept my stop out of the way. I thought, man, maybe I can get this to oscillate a little bit deeper and move around. I wasn't sure, and this is the thing, as you trade, you don't know. You have no idea what's going to happen here. So fine, it came up, took me out for a -3, and then flowed a little bit higher, flowed a little bit lower, and then just chopped for the rest of the day. Then another trade that I had prior was the 9th of May, and let me zoom back out a little bit here. Okay, so here's 60.99 is on the pound again, and this was, it broke below lows of the day, average daily range kind of a thing, and basically I just scalped it right up to this red thermal grid, and sure enough, that's where it stopped. And so I just again peeled off 4, 5, and a 1, and then it moved around, and then I was looking at this, and I kind of froze. Let me see if a 1 hour is the chart. Just a second. I think it was. Yeah. So here it is. It comes to the red, and look at it, big backbreaker and a doji. Normally this would touch, retest, and go, but it was coming into the London close. It's been through the day. It's hit its average daily range. I just didn't. I knew it wasn't gonna go this way, but I didn't trade it. I just kind of froze there, and I didn't want to get crazy. And sure enough, 30 pips. It just plowed. Look at that, easy 30 pips, straight up through there. And guess what? Another quick. Let me show you on the CAD. Okay, so this is the 9th on the CAD, and I was watching this too, and I missed it. Look how it's trending up, and it's really steep, and here's a pivot here, and here's a pivot here, and it's going, the pivot lows, I'm saying, not horizontal support resistance pivot, but a actual fractal or a pivot low on the candles. And look how it respected that, and then it starts to fail, slows down, pops through, pulls up, bam, it breaks through. And I should have been, this is what I like to do, is if you take Chart Trader, and basically you just take your entry line and you just follow it up, and follow it and follow it and follow it, and watch and see. This would have stalled, failed, bam, and just dropped like a rock. So those are trades that I watched the pound, and I watched this unfold, and I just didn't catch it. And both of them were like 30 pip moves. So dang it, you gotta have that confidence to pull the trigger. So anyway, just wanted to share with you some of the trades that I'm watching, some of the techniques that I'm trying to do, to try to increase the success. But it's the thermal grids are powerful references. Use support resistance lines on the US CAD here pretty soon. So watch for that, watch support, watch resistance, see which way the news moves, and then look for breaks and retests. But trend lines are powerful, horizontal support resistance is powerful, and if you can get 2 touch points on a trend line, like let's say you did this, let's say you had a trend line from these 2 points, okay, So it comes off this lowest point here. Let me zoom in a little for you. Okay, so this is like the lowest point in the London session. It goes up, pulls back to this point, and if you connect that line, now you have an uptrend. When it pulls back to this line, you buy it, and look what happens. It just repels right off of there and shoots up, comes back, and you could have got some, scalp some pips. I mean, look, it went right up to these grids, 0050, 0062 to the pip. You're taking profits, and then after that, you don't care. All right, and then just start, but that's a great way to trade, is horizontal trend line, or sorry, horizontal support resistance, and then these vertical trend lines, and make your trades on breaks and retests. But get a couple points set up, enter on a third touch is pretty solid. All right, so I hope that helps. But these are some of the live trades that I'm doing, and we want to try to do our best to teach you by showing you what we're seeing. Okay, thanks everybody. See ya.